So at the time of recording this video, I am currently in a state of transition, meaning that I quit my job of being a teacher for these last few years. And at 28 years old, which I know is still quite young for those of you guys who are 29 years old and older. However, I feel like it's old. At least that's what my students tell me. At this point in my life, I just realized I have so much more that I want to try in life. I have like 1,000 ambitions and 1,000 dreams still, and endless potential. At least that's what I always told my students, is that you could do whatever you want with your life. But getting what you want in life takes work, and it takes strategy, and it takes wisdom. And as I've been exploring my options, mostly job searching right now, but I've been looking at other options and seeing how I can pursue these other endeavors of mine. I learned in that process I was just getting really, really frustrated. Hence the reason I decided to take a little walk in nature. Always a good remedy for stress. But I got to this point where I was getting so frustrated, and I started comparing myself to all these other people in my life who are quote unquote more successful than me. It's so easy to do that, isn't it? You look at someone who has more money than you. They're already married and have kids. Maybe they're stronger than you. Maybe they've traveled more than you. I don't know, man. It's so easy to do that. And I had to step away for a second. And the thought occurred to me, what are some things that I have in my life that other people are probably jealous of? You know what I mean? Because I'm certain there are certain things, like I've traveled more than most people. There are certain skills I have that other people don't have. And the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that I have a lot more stable relationships in my life. I have more friends than most people, a solid relationship with the majority of the students I've taught, many of whom I'm still in contact with. So that's nice. It's nice knowing that I made an impact in my career, in the lives of the people I taught for these last few years. And I also have a really good relationship with almost everyone in my family. Actually, I'd say pretty much, most people in my family. And what I realized is that, just by comparing myself to other people, getting jealous, that doesn't do anything. It's so unproductive, isn't it? And by the way, it's like I don't know anyone who likes being around people who are jealous, you know what I mean? I've always enjoyed being around people who are trying to encourage me and trying to remind me to pursue the things I care about. And just because I don't have what I want right now doesn't mean I can't have it if that what I want is good and worthwhile. But it does take time and study and focus and strategy. And I know this as a teacher, and I know this as someone who's always learning a variety of things. It still gets hard sometimes. And I'm sure once I get back home, I'll sit down and I'll probably start comparing myself to other people again. For the time being, it's important to realize that, what you have in life is probably more than enough, at least to be happy. Because for me, my measure for success these last few years has been, am I making progress? Doesn't mean I'm being perfect, but am I making progress in the things I care about? And am I content? As a Christian, I often think of that passage in Philippians 4. I believe it's Philippians 4, 11 through 13. I forgot the exact passage, but Paul talks about this idea that in moments when he has plenty and in moments when he has need, he's always content. And as a believer, he recognizes that he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him, which, I think for many of us, that just means not being jealous of people, man, I think sometimes all we really need is not more more skills, more things, more stuff. We just need more gratitude for what we already have, because I guarantee that there's things that you have that other people want. And as the old adage goes, you don't know what you have until it's gone. So that doesn't take away the fact that I'm not where I want to be, but certainly not where I was. And that's a good thing to think about.